Among the most compelling findings comes from human trials of the fasting-mimicking diet pioneered by researchers at the University of Southern California. In these studies, healthy adults followed a plant-based, low-protein, low-calorie meal plan for 5 days a month over several cycles. The result was not just improved metabolic markers such as lower blood pressure, reduced abdominal fat, and improved insulin sensitivity, but also a reduction in measured biological age by an average of 2 to 2.5 years, based on epigenetic clocks and other aging biomarkers. These findings suggest that even short-term dietary interventions can create a durable reset in the aging trajectory, potentially through mechanisms such as autophagy induction, stem cell activation, and reduction of pro-inflammatory signaling. Unlike daily caloric restriction, which is notoriously difficult to maintain and can have unintended consequences, like nutrient deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, or loss of muscle mass, FMDs offer a realistic alternative for many people. The fasting window is limited, predictable, and interspersed with periods of normal eating, making compliance significantly more feasible. Additionally, these diets avoid the harsh physiological stress of water-only fasts, providing nutrients that keep essential systems running while still activating the protective responses associated with fasting. Intermittent fasting, in its various forms, ranging from 16:8 time-restricted eating, TRE, to alternate day fasting or 5:2 weekly schedules, is also becoming a standard recommendation among longevity-focused clinicians. These strategies help compress the eating window, reducing insulin exposure, enhancing mitochondrial efficiency, and allowing the body's repair systems to operate without constant interruption from digestion. Many people report improvements in energy, mental clarity, and metabolic health with minimal disruption to lifestyle. As real-world data grows, it's becoming increasingly clear that fasting is not just a weight loss trend, but a metabolic recalibration tool with far-reaching benefits for cellular aging. Importantly, the biological rationale behind fasting is supported by deep evolutionary logic. For most of human history, access to food was intermittent, and our physiology evolved to optimize survival in cycles of scarcity and abundance. During fasted states, the body initiates autophagy, a recycling process that clears damaged proteins and organelles, while simultaneously lowering growth signals such as IGF-1 and mTOR that are linked to accelerated aging and disease. When refeeding occurs, stem cells are stimulated to regenerate tissue, completing a renewal cycle that is difficult to achieve in a constantly fed state. By mimicking this ancient rhythm, modern fasting protocols aim to restore a lost balance that appears critical for longevity. Nevertheless, these interventions are not one-size-fits-all. Individual responses to fasting vary widely, depending on factors like genetics, metabolic status, age, sex, and stress levels. Some people may experience fatigue, irritability, or muscle loss if protocols are not tailored to their needs. Others, especially those with underlying health conditions or a history of disordered eating, may require medical supervision. As a result, personalized fasting regimens, guided by biomarkers such as fasting glucose, ketone levels, body composition, and inflammatory markers, will likely become the gold standard. Wearable devices and at-home tests will play a growing role in tracking fasting responses and optimizing protocols over time. In clinical practice, we can expect to see fasting and FMDs become a regular part of preventive medicine. Physicians may recommend a 5-day FMD every quarter for healthy adults, or suggest time-restricted eating combined with protein cycling for older patients at risk of sarcopenia. In the future, longevity clinics may offer structured fasting programs alongside micronutrient repletion, biological age testing, and even senolytic supplementation. Over time, public health guidelines may evolve to include periodic fasting as a validated strategy for maintaining long-term health and function, especially in aging populations. Culturally, as fasting becomes decoupled from its historical associations with religious asceticism or crash dieting, it may gain recognition as a powerful act of biological self-care. Rather than being framed as restriction, fasting will be viewed as renewal, a deliberate practice of cellular housekeeping that aligns the body with its natural rhythms. For many, the appeal lies in its simplicity. No drugs, no invasive procedures, just strategic timing and mindfulness around food. Ultimately, fasting-based interventions represent one of the most accessible and scalable longevity tools currently available. Their ability to rejuvenate metabolic pathways, modulate inflammation, and activate regenerative programs without pharmaceutical input makes them especially attractive in a world seeking low-cost, high-impact health solutions. With continued research, public education, and individualized support, intermittent fasting and fasting-mimicking diets are set to become not just trends, but central pillars in the architecture of 21st century healthy aging.